Alright, how's everybody doing today? My name is Tbets and I'm a brand new commentator for the KARNAGE clan channel. But before I do my thing, I just want to talk about the gameplay real quick. It's a 240-9 Black Ops 2 gameplay using the MTAR, and it's by KARNAGE Swifty. So if you enjoy this gameplay, be sure to go down below in the description of this video and click his link and subscribe to him. And also, my link will be down there as well, so if you enjoyed this commentary, then feel free to come check me out. And I have a feeling that while I'm doing commentaries here on the KARNAGE channel, I'll always be faced with a gameplay that I could never hope of getting myself, but that's why I'm a commentator, right? A little bit about me personally is that I'm 18 years old and I just graduated high school, and I cannot express how thankful I am to finally be done with high school, to finally close that chapter of my life. I loved high school, don't get me wrong, I had a lot of good friends there, made a lot of good memories, but it's definitely my time to move on. I'm really eager to start college in the fall. And I'm going to a community college because my grades really weren't the best. It's not exactly the ideal situation to have not very good grades and then expect to get into a really good college or university, because it doesn't work like that. And I pretty much spent my high school time partying with friends, hanging out with friends, playing video games, making YouTube videos, not really giving a shit about school, which I guess now it kind of came to bite me back, but at the same time I don't regret it because I had a lot of fun in high school nonetheless. But moving on to some hopefully more interesting things is my YouTube channel. I started YouTube back in March of 2013, and a really funny story is I wanted to start YouTube originally back in like 2010, so the early glory days of YouTube was when I originally wanted to start, and I was only 14 at that time, so I was young and ambitious, I guess. But when I went to go finally start, my computer that I was using at that time just died. It wouldn't even boot up, it wouldn't even turn on anymore. And you need a computer to do YouTube videos. You can't do YouTube videos without a computer unless you take out your phone and record the screen, which, newsflash, nobody's gonna watch that shit anymore. But, and at 14, obviously you don't have money, so it's not like I could go out there and buy myself a new computer because my parents paid for everything, my parents supported me 100%, and I felt really bad asking my parents for things. Like, I know kids and stuff, they don't really hesitate to ask their parents for things, but for me, for whatever reason, I was like, man, I feel really bad asking my mom or dad for a brand new computer, so I didn't, and I had to wait a couple years until my computer situation and everything was sorted out. So early on in my channel's lifespan, I really wanted to be known as a gameplay channel. Commentaries were always in the back of my mind, but I was like, man, I want to be known as a guy that can get good gameplays. I want to be known as a guy that has good stats and that's a good player. And my stats were okay, like I had like a 3 KD in Black Ops 2, but I never could really pull really good gameplays, really high scoring gameplays. I could never pull them, and now that I look at it, the gameplays that I consider good and the gameplays that I got that I call good are nowhere near these standards of today's gameplays, and I kind of feel embarrassed, but what can you do? Everybody has to learn eventually. So as I was trying to go for these gameplays, eventually I got stressed out, and then Call of Duty became less and less fun because I was always stressing over gameplays for YouTube. So then I made a choice. I was like, I can either continue stressing over mediocre gameplays, or I could become more of a commentary-based channel, and that's the path that I took, because obviously I'm a commentator for KARNAGE and I'm not a player, because nobody would really find my single Moabs, my single 5-minute Moabs, or my like 6-minute nuclears any fun, because there are people that can do that in like 1/10 of the time, so there's always that. Once I got the hang of doing commentaries and I became less and less awkward in front of the mic and I actually became somewhat decent at doing them, I started to experiment with different commentary styles. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, isn't a commentary just a commentary? There's no styles. In my opinion, there kind of are, because you have your standard commentaries, which are medium-paced, which is what I'm doing right now, that everybody does, and then you have these faster-paced, more aggressive kind of commentaries that have just come up recently, like people that are doing really fast-paced commentaries, like short 3-minute videos, and that's kind of what I shifted my channel over to, because I was doing regular commentaries for so long, and then I kind of got bored of doing them, so I started to make my commentaries faster, shorten my videos, talk faster, which, by the way, if you think that I'm talking really fast, I do apologize. It's kind of just a habit because I make all my videos like this. So that's kind of what my channel is like now. And while I shifted my commentary style over as well, I also shifted my main platform of gaming too, because I had a PlayStation 4, I bought a PlayStation 4 as my next-gen console, and then the next-gen consoles kind of bored me a little bit, because Ghost isn't really that good of a game, and that was really the only game that I was playing on my PS4. So I sold my PS4, and then I invested in a custom-built PC. I bought all the parts and I built it myself, not build it myself. And now I play games like Call of Duty. I still play Call of Duty because my channel is a Call of Duty channel. And I also enjoy Battlefield, which I post some gameplays of Battlefield on my channel as well. So that's kind of what my channel is now, the present time. More fast-paced commentaries, PC gaming, and some Call of Duty and Battlefield thrown in there as well. As far as what I talk about in my videos in regards to commentary topics, I don't really ever acknowledge the gameplay at all because my gameplays are mediocre at best, they don't even deserve an explanation, and they're just there to be in the background for you to enjoy while you listen to me ramble on or rant about something. But pretty much I try to stay away from generic commentary topics because there are a lot of people, just a lot of people doing gameplay commentary videos now. It's so saturated, and I guess to attempt to separate myself from everybody else, I try to do commentary topics that aren't commonly talked about. I'll talk about things on my mind, or I'll talk about stories that I've had, because nobody can really take a unique life story away from somebody unless they're trying to impersonate them, which I don't know why you would ever want to impersonate me. But yeah, you'll hear kind of out of the ordinary topics, and then there are some times where I like to rant about things that piss me off. You know, it's just really all over the place in terms of commentaries on my channel. There's always something new there. I try to just change it up, and I try to keep my subscribers guessing. I try not to just do the same exact thing every single video because it gets boring and kind of repetitive. That's going to pretty much wrap up this commentary. This was more of an introduction video than anything because it's my first time ever posting on the KARNAGE channel, and an introduction's always good before actually getting into posting commentaries, because I'm pretty sure if I just started posting commentaries out of the blue without ever bothering to introduce myself, it kind of confused a lot of people because they'd be like, well, who's this guy? Didn't even bother to introduce himself, never seen him in my life, never heard of him in my life, so why is he here? So I hope that this gives you an idea of who I am and what to expect from me. Again, if you enjoyed this gameplay, be sure to go subscribe to KARNAGE Swifty's channel. He's got tons and tons of good gameplays on his channel. And if you enjoyed this commentary, feel free to go check out my channel as well. Both links will be down below in the description. And also, be sure to follow KARNAGE Clan on Twitter so that you can stay up to date with everything and see when new videos go live, just in case they don't hit your sub boxes. And yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching. If you liked the video, please support it with a like rating. And hopefully I'll see you guys later. Take it easy.
Okay, let's go. Can't nobody come stuff like KARNAGE. Ha. Nobody got gameplays like